and happy Wax on Wednesdays. I hope that over the summer you really enjoyed that summer cold wax series. It was a nice change of pace, and now it's time to get back to our regularly scheduled medium of encaustic wax. So I'm going to start beginning with this week with a 4-week series in photo encaustic, and I haven't done a series like that for the Wax on Wednesdays before, just featuring photo encaustic. And if you get really excited and into this photo encaustic, my very first workshop of the Encausticology series is Encausticology Image Exploration, and that'll take you step by step, beginning to end, as from everything from your workstation setup, all of the tools, a lot of explanation about everything to do with imagery and encaustic, whether you're transferring that image onto your encaustic surface or beginning with your photograph and then going from there, whether it's a snapshot or mounted on wood. It takes you step by step by step. A lot of great projects in that, about 10 hours of video in that workshop. So if you get really excited about photo encaustic and you want to learn more, I will put a link to that workshop down below in the description box. And it is all the Encausticology series workshops are self-paced, and you have them forever after purchase. You have forever access, and you can enjoy the projects and go back to them whenever you like. So this week I'm just going to talk a little bit about beginning with photo encaustic and what it entails and what do you use. And of course, to start out with, you need a photographic image. And to do this at home, you'll need a inkjet printer and matte photo paper. And really the paper just needs to be matte and absorbent for this process. And inkjet printers are the best for photo encaustic because the difference between laser printers and inkjet printers are that the laser printer, the ink will lay on top of the paper surface. The inkjet printer, the ink is embedded into the paper, and that is better for photo encaustic when you're working with adding the wax on top of the picture and then scraping back and layering and scratching back in. Having the ink embedded into the paper is much better for your photographic image. Also, with that said, you also want a matte paper. So a matte photo paper, there's a big, huge variation of what you can buy. You can get an Epson makes a matte paper, great matte photo paper. And that's on the lesser end of the spectrum when it comes to cost, all the way up to a Hahnemühle paper and some more expensive 100% photo rag papers that are more on the expensive side. So, and there's a lot of different papers, range of papers in between. As long as it's matte and not a gloss, or a semi-gloss or any sort of gloss, any gloss at all, luster, you don't want that, because again, that paper is not porous. It's sort of sealed. A glossy paper, if you picture a glossy photo paper, that paper is sealed. It's not porous or absorbent in any way. And so again, even if it's inkjet on that glossy paper, that ink is going to set right on top of that paper. So when you go in to add that hot wax on top or scrape back in or do anything to it, you're going to end up scraping your whole photo image right off of the paper. It's not you can't really work with it as well as you can with a matte finish paper. So you'll find that you can do so much more and go so much farther with a matte, very matte absorbent paper. And also, if you're planning on building up layers of encaustic, you're going to want to mount your photo to a cradle board or some sort of wood substrate. Canvas is too stretchy, and the wax eventually will stretch that canvas right in the center, and the wax will eventually pop off. So you always want your work to be archival and stay with you for years and years, and the best way to do that is to mount your picture on some sort of wood substrate, and the easiest way is just an art wood cradle board. The next question I get asked the most is how to mount the photos onto your cradle wood panel. And the answer, there is no correct answer. There is lots of different ways that you can glue or adhere your image to your cradle board, or you can use spray adhesive, glue, photographic double-tack, double-sided paper, and that is probably my go-to favorite way to mount pictures, is that photographers double-sided, I think it's called double-tack, and it's just a photographic mounting paper that is sticky on both sides, and you can mount the paper to your board and then peel that layer of paper off and then mount your photo on top of that. And I find that that is the easiest way for me to mount. You can also use a spray adhesive, and for instance, this Krylon is a permanent super quick grip spray adhesive, fast tack, dries quickly, strong permanent bond. You're looking for a permanent bond, and you can get overwhelmed when you're looking for a spray adhesive, especially for the photo encaustic process, because there's so many different brands out there, and even within the brand, Krylon probably has 10 different sprays out there for spray adhesive. So the one thing that you're going to look for, no matter what brand it is that you're looking at, is you're going to look for something that says right on the packaging, acid-free, archival safe. And those are the two key phrases that you want to look for in any adhesive, whether it's the double-sided mounting paper, the spray, or the glue. Those are the two key phrases that you want to keep in mind, is acid-free and archival safe. And once those are on the packaging, you're good to go no matter what adhesive that you're looking at. Also, if you're going for a glue, I usually would go with a PBA archival acid-free glue. A lot of the bookbinders glue is a great way to go. Is meant to go with paper, so it's a great choice. And a little foam brush or a foam roller and a thin layer. And often in live workshops, that's what I will start students out with, is that PBA glue, because it's just simple to work with, and you have a little give there in your repositioning for at least a few seconds. So that's also a great way to go when working with your adhesive and adhering it to your cradle board.